Hello YouTube, my name is Bookie. I am back for another book review. And today I'm going to do a book review on the book Beating the Odds by Sherrod Tunstall. Now, first off, I would like to thank all my subscribers for subscribing to my channel. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe. And also give me a like if you like the video. If you don't, please leave your comments down below on why you don't like the video. And what else I want to talk about? Again, my name is Bookie, and on this channel, I do book reviews. So if you don't like book reviews or you don't want to hear about a book, it's your time to leave because I'm about to review the book I just showed you all. So to start off, this book started off with this guy named Brad, who I'm guessing is this. They're using this guy to represent who Brad is. Brad, he is fired from his job at a restaurant. His boss, she's considered B, basically. At the beginning of the story, he drops some fries, and him and her exchange words because she's basically talking down to him, and he's tired of it at this point in the book. So she ends up firing him, and he's all upset about it. And so he decides to go to see his girlfriend named Michelle. When he gets to her apartment or house, I think it was an apartment. Yeah, his girlfriend Michelle's apartment. And you know, I guess he was going there, you know, expecting for her to console him. And then when he got there, she was fooling around with one of his enemies from high school. So this upset him even more, and he broke it off with her and decided to go to his apartment. And when he got to his apartment, he learned that he needed her to come up with his rent money or that he would soon be evicted. So all this happened in one day, or transpired in one day. He got fired, his girlfriend cheated on him, and had been cheating on him, and he was at the point where he's going to soon be evicted. So one of his friends called him. He has three friends, well, really, three friends in the story, and then he has a cousin that he hangs out with. His friend Tyler called him and told him that Brad's cousin was having a birthday party, and was he going to come? And then it was obvious to Tyler that Brad had forgot that his cousin was having a birthday party at a club. So Brad hurried and got ready, and they all met up at a club. And the ones who met at the club was Tyler, his brother Travis, and Brad's friend Stan. And you know, they're having fun at the party, and all of a sudden Brad's cousin shows up, and his name is Swag, aka Solomon Carter. And when Swag arrives at the club, they sit down, they're still having fun, and then this guy walks up named Armand, and he gives Swag and all his friends, including his cousin Brad, a chance to make money. So the deal was they were to go to Brazil, or Rio de Janeiro, that's how you pronounce it, a place in Brazil, and they were to get some drugs and transport them back to Los Angeles. And they will all receive $50,000. And so Brad, he was against this from the beginning because it just didn't sound right. He just felt in his heart that something was going to happen. So they all agreed to that they would transport the drugs for Armand. Let's talk about Armand. Okay, Armand, like I just said, he's a drug dealer. And he has this young wife named Taylor Monroe. And she's a CEO and publisher of her own magazine company. Basically, she works with a lot of models and puts them in a magazine. And from the get-go, her mission is to destroy Armand because she's not in love with him, and she's working with this chief police officer from Brazil to help get Armand arrested. So she wants to make sure he gets arrested so she could be with her lover, whose name is Desmond Diaz. And Desmond Diaz is a boxer. And he's younger than her. So you have Amon, and you have Taylor Monroe. Taylor Monroe is younger than Amon, and then Desmond Diaz is younger than Taylor. So as the story goes on, she learns what's going on in Amon's business from this other female that she knows, Melina. And Melina, she is Desmond's sister. And so she hangs around Amon to learn what's going on. Then she reports back to Taylor. So it's from Melina that she learns that Amon is messing with this young girl named Diamond in Brazil. And, you know, what's her name? Taylor believes that Diamond's just some trash that, you know, just wants to come between her and Amon. But that's not the case. Diamond, she was kidnapped at the age of 9 because her father had betrayed Amon and his family. So Amon shot Diamond's father and mother because of Diamond's father's betrayal. And next thing you know, Amon captures her and takes her away. And at some point, he starts, you know, having sex with her at an early age. And this, you know, it upsets her as time goes on because he captured her at 9 years old. And by this time, she's an adult. And she has went through a lot of abuse with him. She has even had 2 abortions. Because, you know, she got pregnant for him and she ended up getting rid of kids. But anyway, we gonna put Diamond to the side for now. Let's go back to Brad, Stan, Tyler, Travis, and Swag. Okay, when they get to Brazil, you know, they're having fun with women and everything, partying, and then it makes Armand mad when Brad starts talking to Diamond because Diamond is his property and he doesn't want nobody talking to her. Armand goes as far as to tell Diamond what she can and cannot eat. And he has eyes on her while she's working at a bakery that he owns. So when Armand gets mad at Brad for talking to Diamond, he decides that he's going to have it to where the guys live somewhere else away from Diamond, so that way Brad and Diamond cannot interact. So he puts them away in some kind of filthy apartment until it's time for them to transport the drugs back to Los Angeles. So when the day comes for them to transport the drugs to Los Angeles, they are caught by some type of security, some men in black suits at the airport. And the men try to get them to talk and tell them where they got the drugs from, but they refuse to do that. So they put them in the elevator for a few days to see where they talk. I mean, like if you think about an elevator, it's very small, enclosed, and they only give them a certain amount of food. And this mess with them, after so long. And it got to the point, to where they was all getting miserable when it came to, staying in the elevator. And at some point, they were pulled out and they were sent to a prison. And this is where things really goes down here, because it really shows that some of the characters at this point are very selfish, because when they get to the prison, Travis, Tyler, Brad, and Swag, they are stronger than Stan. So they end up fitting in instantly, whereas Stan, he ends up getting gang raped. And this goes on the whole time they in prison. But at some point, they all meet this guy named Paco. And he sells drugs. He's part of Hernandez cartel. And he ends up helping the guys to escape the prison. Except for Stan, because Stan, he ends up getting shot. And when Paco and Brad and Tyler and Travis and Swag end up escaping, Brad, he decides that he wants to go back and look for Diamond. And he ends up finding her, and they have to come up with a way for him to, or for them to be together, because he's now considered a fugitive. Because they have announced on the news at this point that him and his friends have escaped. And how should I put what goes on after that? At some point, Diamond and Taylor meet up. Taylor, she goes to Diamond's apartment and tells her, basically she knows who she is and everything, and that she's going to help Diamond and Brad to escape to France. And at first, I think Diamond, she's a little skeptical, but her mind, her mind starts to understand that maybe this lady is legit, because Brad, he seems okay with trusting her with, them escaping. Let's see. So, but first, Taylor has to come up with a plan to get rid of Armand. And what's the first thing she does to them? To Armand. She has with Brad steals some money out of her basement. Then she has it where people find out that Armand is gay. And the last thing she does is she has Armand eaten by some lions. And once, he gets tortured and, ate up by lions, her and Desmond are able to be together. And the next thing you know, she's able to send Diamond and Brad to France. So when they get to France, they fit in quickly. But in the back of Brad's mind, he know that one day he's probably going to be captured. Also, I told you Brad and his friends escaped from the prison. The other three, well, one is his cousin, Swag, and Travis and Tyler, or the other two, they start working for this lady named King. And she's the head of this organization that sells drugs. And she teaches Travis and Tyler how to smuggle diamonds. And her job for Swag is to teach him how to be an assassin. And sadly, that's how the story ends. They call it beating the odds. I wouldn't say it's beating the odds, because it's like these characters, I feel like they're going to be doomed at some point. Because Brad feels like he's going to eventually be caught. And we all know when you sell drugs, that type of lifestyle can get you in prison or in the grave. So I wouldn't call it beating the odds. Let's see. That's where the story ends. Now, I would say I liked the book because it was an easy read. The author kept me interested. The chapters were not that long. But one thing I did not like about the book were how selfish some of the characters were. And if you read this book, you'll find out who I'm talking about. I could just tell you who I feel like was selfish. I feel like in this book, Swag was selfish because of how he treated Stan. Stan was Brad's friend, and Swag, told Brad that they should not help Stan get out of the situation of being raped because him and Swag are not friends. And that Brad should just let Stan go. And that's why I felt, that's why I felt that Swag is selfish. And Tyler and Travis were also selfish because they didn't try to help Stan also. And I felt like Taylor Morrow, she was kind of, how should I put it? I don't want to say the W word, but that's what she was in this book also, because she was married, then she had a lover, and then some other things that I had to question that she did in the book. Thanks again for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and leave your comments down below. Happy Christmas Eve. Bye-bye.